What's up, Capricorn? I'm Chris. Welcome to your reading for the month of October, and welcome to the House of Light and Shadow. Now, Capricorn, there's big energy this month for you guys. We have your ruling planet Saturn that has gone direct now. So it feels to me as if like months of struggle, months of trying to get things going, months of maybe feeling frustrated in your personal life, in your professional life. Now all of that feels like it's sort of smoothing out. And Capricorn, we're moving from a time of surviving to thriving. We're moving into a time where instead of just building foundations for yourself, we're actually now starting to build castles on those foundations. Capricorn, it feels to me, connecting to your energy coming into this reading, that you guys are feeling very rooted right now. I think that there's been a lot of work that's been getting done. I think that the past few months have taught you a lot of strength. A lot of strength in embracing your emotions and being vulnerable. A lot of strength in pushing past obstacles. A lot of strength in putting your emotions aside when it was necessary to. Here for the central situation for the month of October, we have the Knight of Wands. So this is where you guys are now finding this sort of ability to guide yourself. To sort of know what's right. It's like you have this wide open possibilities in front of you, and there is a little sort of arrogance, which I like for you guys. This sort of came up for Taurus too. I think Virgo is kind of struggling, but the other earth signs, Taurus and Capricorn, are sort of feeling your oats right now. You're feeling good, you're feeling accomplishments. This is that feeling, Capricorn, of being super strong. This is that feeling of like, yeah, I did that. There's a sort of sexiness to this, Capricorn. There's a sort of like very magnetic appeal with this card. The Knight of Wands isn't stopping either. So if you guys have had some accomplishments, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling like you're on the right path, you're creating distance from things that you needed to create distance from, you pushed at your job and you're getting validation, you're feeling connected to friends, family, loved ones, whatever it might be, you're out and about being dating and flirty, whatever it is for you. This sort of confidence says, I'm ready now for what's next. Yeah, I've been doing good. Yeah, I've been doing better than I have been doing, but I'm not stopping. Can't stop, won't stop. And this is good. For Taurus, when this card came up, I said, guys, slow down. For you guys, I'm like, no, full speed ahead. Keep hustling, keep going. In our ideals, Capricorn, we have the Devil, which normally, for any other sign, I would say, But for you guys, this is the card that rules you. And this is what I'm saying right now with Saturn in your sign. Like no one deals with Saturn energy better than you can. Capricorn, I feel like with the Devil, with you guys being in your strength in such a strong way, you're able now to, I think, have a little more fun. You're able now to go a little more wild. I feel like in October, Capricorn, is a good time for you guys to let loose a little bit. To sort of balance all the work you've been doing with a little more play. With a little more excitement, with a little more sexiness right now. And it's not like you guys necessarily haven't been doing those things, but right now I feel like there's this freedom to do it, guilt-free, to do it without any hesitation or to think about what you might be neglecting in terms of your responsibilities. The Devil says, fucking party, rage out, bro. Right now, this is feeling, Capricorn, like you earned this. You earned this ability to sort of let loose. You earned this ability. Like no one can face this card the way you guys can. No one can deal with that Saturn energy the way you guys can. In our past, Capricorn, we have the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the King of Wands. So what I've been saying about moving and hustling with the Eight of Wands, you guys have been putting yourself out there. You've been doing the work. You've been just almost feels like blinders on, just going, creating, manifesting, doing, being productive, pushing harder, faster, stronger. And for a while there, right, with the Seven of Cups, for a while there might have been some feelings, right? Some sort of sense of, maybe people aren't giving you straightforward answers, right? Maybe feeling like you're getting strung along a little bit in your jobs, especially with all this Wands energy. Maybe feeling for a little while that, your job wasn't going to be paying off. feeling like people that you were trying to connect with romantically, sexually, were maybe playing games a little bit. Feeling very Capricorn, feeling just a little, it feels like with me looking at this card with your guys' energy, feels a little lost in a sense of darkness. Some anger that we've talked about in the past here, right, Capricorn? The King of Wands is a master manifester, but he can also be an angry asshole. So I feel like with this reading, Capricorn, so far what we're leading up to is I think a greater sense of lightness for you going through October and into November. But you see, Capricorn, no matter what you were feeling, this is what I said in the beginning, where you may be putting emotions aside or learning how to deal with things or being open. No matter what, you kept going. And this is that strength I was alluding to. And now with the Knight of Wands, we think that we're done when we hit the King level, but now the Knight of Wands says, keep going, keep doing more, keep moving, keep being greater, keep doing more and more and more. And guys, you have the energy now to do it. You have the passion, you have the chutzpah to make it happen. So Capricorn, if there has been some anger, if there has been some frustration that you've been dealing with, if there's some pent-up feelings that you've been dealing with, now into October, into the rest of the year, we're going to be letting go of a lot of that. We're going to be allowing ourselves to just keep moving. We're going to be allowing ourselves to not get lost in feelings, to not get lost in anger, to not look at the past, to not get swept up in this ideas of like poor me, or you know, because in Seven of Cups, it's like that energy could be taken to an extreme level where maybe there are reasons that you're upset, but it gets kind of lost in this like illusion world where you want to distract yourself, where you want escapism from your feelings. And our turning point here, Capricorn, I'm telling you, with the Hierophant, we are moving on up. Look at all these cards here in your reading, guys, about growth, about progress. The Hierophant says that we're on a new level. This is where I said, guys, we're not surviving anymore, but we're thriving now. The Hierophant, Capricorn, is where you got that validation you needed to feel good about all the work you were doing. You got the validation that you did a good job. Again, whether it's in your professional life or your personal life, you got something that's telling you you're doing a good job and you're moving ahead and you are moving up. And I think Capricorn sort of needs that validation sometimes. Capricorn needs to feel like people appreciate you and that your work needs recognition, that everything you do needs recognition. All the hard work you put into things, all the ways you take care of people, all the ways in which you're ambitious, you need sort of to be told that you're appreciated. And Capricorn, maybe in a very material way, you're being shown that you're appreciated, you're getting validation. Now, Capricorn, going forward through the month, we have the Five of Wands, the Magician in reverse, and Strength. So I think what's happening, guys, is that the strength that you've accumulated, the strength that you have worked towards having is now going to be tested in some way. First of all, we're going to be tested, Capricorn, to see how you deal with conflict. We're going to be tested to see if you can resolve conflict. We're in Libra season, right? So we have to learn how to compromise. We have to learn how to not exert ourselves over other people and actually find a middle ground that works for others. Capricorn, you're also going to be figuring out where you fit in, who your friends are, who are the people who are actually there for you. All these experiences you've been having have been teaching you how to know that better, how to live in that, right? And so in October, you are going to be tested a bit. And in October, with the Magician here, there's not going to be a lot of new beginnings, I feel like. It feels like there's still some like pushing to do. I think what this is saying here, Capricorn, is that there's sort of an adjustment period, right? As much as I said that we're getting really deeply rooted in our new life, like there's still an adjustment period where you're going to have to sort of acclimate to some sort of new reality. And you're going to have to sort of acclimate to how you see yourself in this new place that you're in. And understand, I think that there's a big message here, Capricorn, of compromise. With the Magician in reverse, you're not able to sort of do everything on your own. And you have to learn how to navigate interpersonal relationships in a new way this month. You have to learn how to get what you want without walking all over people. You have to learn how to work with people. And it's going to take a sort of strength that maybe for other signs is a little easier, but for you, a sign that's so dominant and aggressive sometimes, are going to really have to learn patience. Patience with people. Right? I really feel specifically what we're talking about here, Capricorn, is being patient with people. Being patient with who you care about, right? That's what we're going to be figuring out. Do I care about this person? Is this person important to have them in my life? And if you decide that they are, you're going to have to be patient. You're going to want to pop off sometimes. But with strength, we're not only just talking about the virtuous strength, we're also talking about companionship and harmony between people. And how to work well with others. And how to have a harmonious give and take with others. So Capricorn, be very aware this month of not being too domineering over others. Of not having to get your way with everything. Of saying, man, this bear, he's testing me, he's pushing me. Do I even need this motherfucker around? Do I need him? Do I need him? Yeah, Capricorn, it's better if you have this bear around. It's better if you have a companion. It's better if you have yourself surrounded by friends. It's better if you don't become cynical because you have to compromise your desires a little bit to get along. Bottom of the deck, we have the first crescent moon. So what's been happening, guys, is that your life is becoming more fulfilling. And you're starting to feel it. You're starting to feel the fulfillment. You're seeing it in your day-to-day life. You're seeing it in your personal life. You're seeing it in your professional life. It's like things are coming together in a way that maybe you were cynical about happening, right? Maybe in a way that you weren't sure was going to happen. Maybe in a way where you kind of like were confused about whether love was for you or whether this job was for you or whether, your family was actually as supportive or loving as you needed them to be. Patience, harmony. Like really gracefulness. There's a sort of gentleness. There's not a softness for sure, but there's sort of a gentleness. There's sort of like that good daddy energy with Saturn, right? Where it's like you're cared for. Where maybe even if you're tough with somebody, it's tough love. So it's having that very balanced, that very tempered attitude and approach when you're dealing with people this month, Capricorn. Because I'm telling you, you guys are going to find out in the long run that you are happier when you're in love. That you are happier when you have good friends nearby you. Don't be cynical. Don't let this make you feel cynical about relationships. Don't let fuckboys make you afraid of love. Don't let like some disappointments from friends make you feel like you're alone. Outcome for the month, Capricorn, is the 8 of Swords. So I think that it is a good time. Again, Saturn is the limiter. And you have to limit to create. So Capricorn, I think with you guys, the 8 of Swords is saying to really check your thoughts. To sort of rein yourself in, Capricorn, when it feels like you're getting too dark or too angry or when you're starting to feel like, disappointed. The 8 of Swords says, be very conscious of the ways in which, your thoughts are self-created, and which your thoughts are not reality, and which your thoughts are sort of exacerbated by you. Your thoughts are not you, and your thoughts are not always the truth. And it's sort of like having to go, Capricorn, from situation to situation and circumstance to circumstance, where you kind of tell yourself, okay, this person might have been fucking with me, but this person means well. This person at work is pushing me, but not all my bosses are assholes. This person might have been, playing with my feelings, but that doesn't mean that all the people in my life are going to do that. Don't set yourself up for failure when it comes to how you think about people. Let things show themselves as they are. Let people prove themselves to you. Let things unfold. And you know what? If that person fucks up, then you have proof. And you say, look, I gave you a chance. I let you prove to me whether you could do this or not. Whether you could be the person that I needed you to be or not. And you proved yourself. right? Don't make assumptions. What do they say? When you make assumptions, you make an ass of you and me. Be very careful this month, Capricorn, about jumping the gun, about drawing conclusions about things that don't need to be thought of in like a negative way. Try a little gentleness. Try a little softness. And let Libra season sort of let you understand the value of relationships in a way that teaches you how to better navigate them and how to compromise. Alright, Capricorn, so let's pull one oracle card for one last bit of advice from Spirit for your highest self going through this month of October. Alright, we have the card of being. We are now focused on building. We're focused on thriving. We have the foundations that we need. And now it's time to decide, Capricorn, who you want to be. Not just what you want your life to look like, but how you want to be thought of. What reputation you want to have. How you want people to think of you. If you were going to die tomorrow, would people have lots of really nice things to say about you, about what a wonderful person you were? Or are they going to sort of think good riddance? I mean, no one's going to think that about you, Capricorn. You're fucking lovely. But with being, we have to really go deep within ourselves, and we have to figure out what we are, who we are, what we're going to express, how we're going to live our life in a way that expresses the best version of ourselves. So right now, Capricorn, it's a good time to think about reputation. It's a good time to think about how you're seen. And trust me, Capricorn, anger feels good sometimes. Anger can feel powerful. But most people want to work with people and be around people who are positive and who they get along with. It doesn't matter how on point your message is. It doesn't matter how right you are. There's something about just being able to be gotten along with, to have people on your side, to have people who are supportive of you and who are going to speak highly of you. It's very important in this society, in world, in social situations to be able to be thought of highly. So think about that very carefully, Capricorn, about what people are thinking about you, and put an extra emphasis this month on really working well with others and on having a balanced approach where you can be stern, where you can be forceful, but where you're not trampling over other people, because I think if you do, that's just kind of gonna sort of bite you in the ass. Capricorn, I love you very much. You have a great month. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.